Hello and welcome to the Wine Club. I'm Grant from Laithwaites, and by now you would have received your first case, and I'm going to take you through the wines. So the first wine in our case is our best-selling Pinot Grigio. In fact, it's been on our best-selling list for 15 years, the Campanula Pinot Grigio from Hungary. So Hungary, often overlooked, wonderful wine country on the same latitude as that of Burgundy. So this is Pinot Grigio. Pinot Grigio, Pinot Gris has the same grape variety. Pinot Grigio, the Italian name, which refers to this light, fresh, elegant style of wine. So let's have a little taste. So this is made by a gentleman with a wonderful name, Zoltan Cucola. And Zoltan's a fantastic winemaker. And this is just so pretty and so light and so fresh. Already I'm thinking spring afternoons, summer in the garden, summer in the park. It's light, it's fresh, it's quite rounded with nice sort of stone fruit character, lemon, citrus and herbaceousness as well. Cracking wine, great with goat's cheese, asparagus tart, any sort of quiche, salads, light foods like that. Tomato salad would be absolutely fantastic with this. This is Exhibit A. Next up is our wonderful Mussel pot Sauvignon Blanc from the vineyards of Marlborough, New Zealand, and in particular from a gentleman called John Walsh, who is a first-class grower. Now, Sauvignon Blanc has shot to international stardom in the last 30 years due to the vineyards of Marlborough, New Zealand, where the big skies, lots of sunshine, and the cooling influences of being surrounded by the ocean and the southerly latitude make these wonderful fruit-forward wines that retain their freshness and elegance. So there's a really lovely tropical fruit character, which is quite restrained and quite elegant. So gooseberry is a real typical Marlborough, New Zealand tasting note, but also a really lovely herbaceousness and a lemon citrus character there as well. If I was going to have food with a mussel pot, because it doesn't need food, you can just enjoy it with your mates in the sunshine, then seafood in particular, the shellfish, as the name suggests, mussel pot. So the green mussels of Marlborough are what go exceptionally well with their Sauvignon Blancs. So think about salads, seafood, shellfish in particular. Cheers. Time for a red wine now, and what a red wine. This is our Alentejo Alicante Bouschet. Now this wine has had over 1,000 five-star reviews. And why is that? Well, the wines of Portugal have always been wonderful to my mind. This is made by José Neveira Correa in the vineyards just north of Lisbon. And it is a beautiful, deep, dark, velvety textured red wine. Just have a look at that color. So Alicante Bouschet is the grape variety, and this grape variety is what we call a Tanturia grape variety, which means that both the skin and the flesh are red, so hence you get this really deep dark color and a really lovely velvety fruit-forward mouthfeel. Oh, it's really deep and weighty. Damsons, mocha, black fruits, a bit of licorice character there as well. Oh, the thing about the palate for this is the softness of this wine. It's nice and dry, but nice and fruity as well. I think really, really lovely, nice length. Food with this wine, something like a tomato ragu, slow cooked, so you get really deep umami character coming through the tomatoes. Maybe slow roasted aubergine or a barbecue. I think it'll be a wonderful barbecue wine, this one. There we go, our Alentejo Alicante Bouschet. And now to southern Italy, to Bella Puglia, for a Nero di Troia, which is the name of the grape variety. It's also known as Uva di Troia. And this is a Corsiera Nero, which we think is an absolute star. Now the grape variety, Nero di Troia, is only grown in Puglia, plus the fact it's a low yielding grape variety. So really people who are only making quality wines are using it, and it is diminishing a little in terms of vineyard area. So it's something of a rarity as well. And what a rarity it is. Now, I'm very familiar with this wine. It's got a bit of a special place in my heart, he says, spilling it everywhere. The tasting notes, it's really sort of romantic aromas and flavors. So forest fruits and a violety aroma, which I find very seductive indeed. A lovely vanilla character to go with those forest fruits. It's just absolutely wonderful. I know it's very dry and fruity and will be absolutely perfect with pizza or pasta on a Friday night. As if the fact that it's a Nero di Troia wasn't enough, the person who makes it, Andrea Bernardini, is a wonderful winemaker with one hell of a reputation within Puglia and beyond for the character that they managed to achieve in their wines. Absolutely wonderful. Well, I hope you enjoy your first wine club case. It's wonderful to have you along, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.